ABC Radio Canberra.
From fly fishing to parking on the nature strip, you've mentioned quite a few topics that you could happily bang on about for hours if you were given a run, maybe creating an entire monologue for everyone to listen to. Well, we have a champion banger honourer, if that's not too nasty way to put it. No, it's a highly esteemed role, a champion monologue giver in our midst. The World Monologue Games is a global competition, a virtual showcase. Professional and budding actors from anywhere in the world can participate. And this year in the finals, 92 from over 700 entrants battled out in the global finals. One of ours, Victoria Hopkins, came third amongst all those who were pretty good about going on by themselves. Victoria Hopkins, we hold you in high esteem. Congratulations, first of all.
Oh, thank you so much, Adam. It's absolutely a pleasure to be talking to you guys this morning. Pretty pumped and feeling pretty much in a kind of euphoric mood. So thank you.
Victoria, I've been asking people what is the one topic they can talk about. Is that effectively what a monologue is, or something else, a whole different skill?
Actually, I think there's value in completely what you've just said there, because obviously a monologue is coming from someone's mind space that they feel very passionate about, and it's a point where they really want to get off their chest something. So sometimes, that might take a bit of time. It might take 30 seconds, it might take 1.5, it might take 10 minutes. So, and that's the different categories of the World Monologue Games. So, I think it's very much eclipsing, a mind state and an inner conscience and what someone really wants to say uncensored in a way. So, very much so.
So this is part of your bronze medal winning effort.
There has never been a day that I didn't think about you in my life. There has never been a day that I didn't wish that things were different. Oh, God, but fate would have it another way.
It's passion epitomised. What were you focusing on in that monologue?
Oh, honestly, mate, sometimes they call art therapy, but, definitely you got to frame it for the actual purpose of the art. But that one in particular was actually the starting point of my training into the Olympics of the acting monologue. So that one was the very first one that got me into the regional finals. And then from that, I escalated into, just a little bit more of bringing it down and really into the core and the heart of what that woman was going through. So the final one, actually, I had a very wonderful man called Martin Ullman who supported me with the cinematography of it, and we shot it in one take, as you have to do as the requirements of the monologue games, and we ended up using mirrors, so it was very much a duality of character of this woman talking to the antagonist within the feature film that I'm working on. So it's this dual split divided self. But at the end of the day, it's coming through me as the actor, and that's the final bit that we encapsulated at the end of the winning the global games in the finals. It's gone through some measures since that one.
Speaking of mirrors, it sounds all a bit meta from the characters you create and the perspectives you were talking about in that monologue. In short, what was the subject? What was the subject of your monologue?
The subject of my monologue, man, you guys asked some really good questions. I think it is, when it comes down to it, it's about the fact is that at any point, a tipping point, and sometimes within a circumstance or a situation, we all have the ability to either go beyond the measures of us within our human behaviour. So we could either become, it's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of complex where there is that divided self. So, and that actually is a point of survival. So that fight, flight or freeze. So when we are in situations where we're hitting against something that was somewhat beyond our control, we either can be a survivor and we can inspire and empower, or we can actually go towards the darker side and we become the shadow. So think it's very much about that real eclipse, that actor's eclipse, and that human being eclipse where we can come to the light or we can go to the dark of human nature. To me, that's what that particular piece was about. And it was exhausting because it was channeling through myself as an actor to come between those two different fractures of a human personality and a human, so what it means to be human. And so there's a lot of sense of, the way in which we do respond to situations and how we want to survive.
You're hearing from Canberra's Victoria Hopkins, who came up with bronze in the World Monologue Games 2021 just held. Adam Shirley with you, 19 minutes to 10. Did you always fancy yourself, Victoria, as someone who could talk on and on by yourself about a particular topic?
You know me too well, Adam. To tell you the honest truth, mate, it's something that has been part of my charisma, and since I've been a young child. So when I used to go to high school up on the Central Coast, so I am originally from the Central Coast. We used to have games competitions for public speaking, and I was always front and centre to do that. And we had to talk about topics. I remember one day I had to talk about carpet on walls, and we had to talk for 1 minute or 3 minutes. And I think it's just, jumping over the deep end and just flying into something and being accepting and saying yes to things. So, there was a moment there I was running for the Arts Party, which is a political party that was obviously forging for the arts. And the guy that was actually leading it up, he said to me for my interview, he goes, I've never known someone that can actually talk about something that's not quite answering the question, but you turn it around and that makes a true politician. So I thought...
Oh, look out for her to be an independent candidate. Carpet on walls. I'm impressed, Victoria Hopkins. Congratulations. Wonderful to hear about how detailed the preparation was and how much of yourself you had to give to deliver this bronze medal winning monologue. Thank you for speaking with us.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure, really. And I really just want to thank the Canberra community and also the global community now that I've met. And, let's see what comes from this, because, it can only but move forward. And that's the kind of nice thing of sitting at that bronze level podium, what the only way is up, mate. So I'm very much looking forward to next year.
We love that you've got that title. Thank you for your time today. Victoria Hopkins, bronze medal winner of the World Monologue Games 2021. Out of 700 contestants, to be on the podium, quite an effort.